Hi everyone, it's Steffi and welcome to my channel. So somebody is popping up. I can tell he's going to come over here. Today I'm starting something new on our channel.
Put your hands up on your hand.
Don't shoot the computer, please.
Put your hands on your head.
There's that bug your brother was chasing. You better go get it. Bella will get it. We get moths in here. I don't know why, but we do. They must follow me in when I come inside from smoking. Anyway, so I had something exciting I was going to say before somebody came in here and interrupted me.
Come here.
So we are going to be doing a weekly vlog mashup, kind of little clips throughout the week, and then I will put them all together and give you guys my thoughts on the week. He just fell on the floor. I don't know what's going on with him, really. Just kind of with what's going on with the coronavirus and everything that comes along with it. So with that being said, we will have a new playlist for you guys called The Corona Chronicles. So I just kind of came up with this, thought, haha, funny. Just something catchy to kind of throw out there. So we'll be doing that until this thing is over. So there has been a lot of stuff that has happened, you know, in the past week. This has escalated very quickly. A week ago, there was like maybe one case in Wisconsin, and then by half of the week, like 6 counties had it, and then yesterday they said it was in Green Bay. This morning they said there was another case confirmed in Green Bay. And apparently one of those people went to the courthouse, and now the courthouse today had to be closed so it could be cleaned. I think that is kind of shocking that somebody who knows they have the coronavirus would go and expose the whole courthouse. Like, these are judges and officials that need to do their job. You can't just be walking in.
One gun, 2 guns.
Yeah. So you can't just be walking into all these buildings, like spreading this everywhere. You need to go home. And aside from that, this virus does make you very sick. It's a big, like, respiratory virus, and it also gives you a fever and a cough. So you shouldn't be out and about if you have this anyway, because you're not going to be feeling the greatest. I mean, I understand if you have to go get gas, if you need some milk, something like that, go have somebody else go for you. If you can't do that, then use Instacart. Do something. You know, get delivery to your house. There are things you can do, and everybody is freaking out about not having money and all. Did you see that right past my face? You do it again, and I'm going to ground you again.
Okay.
Apologize to all the viewers on camera.
Sorry.
Thank you. You know, everybody is freaking out right now because half of the people in America just got sent home and are quarantined until God only knows how long, because school has been closed indefinitely. Yes, that's right. They have said in Green Bay school has been closed indefinitely. I've heard until fall. As for me, luckily enough, I am able to work from home. I'm able to work remotely and just remote into my computer because I do have an accounting cash manager job. So for me, I'm not as affected, but you know, this still does affect me because the kids are home with me. As you can see the table, we have had a very busy day. You know, I worked all day, and Carter went to his program for part of the day. Give me a second because I'm about to lose my mind. Okay, now that I have that handled and I can actually hear myself talk, you know, I'm not as affected by this because I get to stay home and work remotely. But at some point in time, there's going to be some schooling for the children. They're not just going to have the kids miss out on their schooling. So the problem is, now, I have a desktop computer. I don't have a laptop. The boys don't have tablets. They do have smartphones. Very cheap Alcatel smartphones. I think they're like $25 from Walmart that they bought with their own allowance money. Now, I don't think they're going to be able to do any type of homework on their phone. So this leaves me no choice but to invest in a laptop for them, because I know if I go to buy one in a week, they are all going to be gone, because then we're going to start getting letters from the school saying, hey, we're doing virtual school, because I've heard in other states they are starting to do it. So that will be trickling down towards us. So if you are a parent out there, just be aware if you have a computer or a laptop and you don't have to work, you know, that's a great opportunity for your child to use it, and all that. There's just a bunch of like weird stuff happening, like McDonald's is giving out free kids meals. I don't know if they're going to be like nutritional meals, like a peanut butter and jelly or something, or if they're actually giving out Happy Meals. I'm not really sure. We don't go out to eat a lot, so I don't really know. But if we ever do stop and get McDonald's, I'll let you guys know what happens. I guess we got Burger King and their food was not free, so I can tell you that. But that was just because they were good all day, and they've kind of been keeping it together all day. So now they're kind of like melting down on me as we're getting closer to bedtime, and I'm like, just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. We're almost there. So it's just been very interesting, you know, to see. And they're actually, when we went to get food, that was like right at like 5:05 because I got done with work at 5 o'clock. It was very interesting to see how many people were actually still on the road, like commuting home. So I was surprised there were a lot of people that still had to go to work. I mean, I know some of it is unavoidable. You know, there's certain companies that they have to keep going no matter what, but there's a lot of things that have shut down around us. Our library has shut down. The courthouse shut down for a day. I don't know if they're going to permanently close or not. The Green Bay Police Department lobby is closed. And they are also, from what I read from the Green Bay Police Department on Facebook, was that they are not responding to any distress calls unless you are in imminent danger or you are dying. So pretty much, if you cut yourself and you need stitches, you can't call 911 anymore. You need to drive with a tourniquet on your arm to the hospital where they're probably not going to help you anyway because you're not dying. Like, this is just so crazy, and it has me like so fired up and ready to vent. Like, I'm telling you, I have a lot to say on this stuff because I know that there's nothing we as people can really do right now aside from just stay home. But some of this, I feel like, is just so crazy, the stuff that people do. And speaking of that, I want to talk about the guy who hoarded all the hand sanitizer and toilet paper. He actually clapped back. So I want to show you guys from Twitter what he said, but I will need my phone, so it's going to be a little bit dark in here for a minute, but I think this is very important. So I'm going to show this to you on camera, and then we will talk about it. Okay, so here's the video. Are you ready?
Everybody's still paranoid about this whole coronavirus hoax, and it's pissing me off. What on flat earth is wrong with you people? I'm playing enough Resident Evil to know that this ain't nothing.
Resident Evil.
Coronavirus sounds like a great value version of the flu to me.
I think this guy's sick too, just watch.
Like a barely legal cold. And it's the lamestream media's fault for getting everybody all riled up, educating us on how to, telling us how bad this could get, making me rent a U-Haul, driving it around the state, buying up all the wet wipes, so none of the moms got stuff to clean their babies with, and they say I'm the asshole.
Yeah, you
they
are.
They say I'm the asshole for buying up all the hand sanitizer and Lysol and toilet paper. You know, Amazon and eBay had the balls to shut my store down just because I'm taking advantage of people, saying I'm price gouging. Well, if charging $50 for a $2 item is wrong, then I don't want to be far right. You better believe I bought all the toilet paper. What are you going to do? You going to buy one of them water fountains for your asshole a bidet? You might as well call me Elaine from Seinfeld, because I can't spare a square unless you got $80. It's $120 for 2-ply. You know, we've all heard of that book, Everybody Poops. Well, I'm writing the sequel. It's called Everybody Wipes Their Ass, and I'm making a profit off of it.
Like I want to get.
If you need something, you hit me up on Craigslist. Because Zuckerberg shut me down on Facebook, too.
Bet
I'm
he
like
did.
Red from Shawshank. I'm a man who can get things. And if you think you're going to come over to my house in the middle of the night, take what I have, just like my AR-15, then you come and take it.
This guy is
You can have my Purell once you pry it from my cold, dead, sanitized hands. So today I'm raising my emotional support can of beans, which I'm selling for $13, by the way. To anybody that needs something, you hit me up on Craigslist. And as always, fuck the NFL and go Colts.
Yeah, I probably should have warned you beforehand. There is some colorful language in there. Sorry about that. That guy is crazy. He is the reason why people like you and me, who just go to the store to get what we need and nothing more, can't. And now he has all this product and he can't do anything with it because he's getting shut down everywhere for price gouging. This just kind of shows like how the real crazy that is starting to come out in people. Also, like people like myself, like I am, and Andy can tell you, I am a very big like worrier, where I worry to the point like where it's like crippling anxiety sometimes. So this whole situation kind of has me scared, because if I catch this thing, you know, what does that mean for my kids? Am I still able to work from home? Probably not. You know, and then what do I do? And then where do we turn? So, you know, it is very scary. I have those wet wipes I talked about last time. They're in my car. I do use them. If I go in a store, I take one with me. I use it to open all the handles. I'll put the wipe in my hand and I'll open all the handles with it. I'll wipe down the keypad with it, or the touch screen, or whatever it is. And then when I leave the store, I throw it away. It doesn't even get in my car anymore. I just throw it away. And then when I get home, I wash my hands immediately. So I have been really trying to not go anywhere, and when I do, make sure that I am using a bleach wipe, because this is just so scary. And you know, just there's just crazy people out there. Like Vanessa Hudgens is another one, and I could put her video up here too, but honestly I didn't watch that one, so I don't really have a reaction. But I want to get back to this guy now. Okay, so he said a lot of things that made him seem like he was, you know, pro-American, go America, but then he did a lot of things that were un-American and said a lot of things that were un-American. And I feel like this guy is just very spiteful, and he's angry for some reason, probably because he thinks he's doing the right thing when he's really not. He's just very abrasive, and I feel like somebody like him, you know, probably is going to get the coronavirus. I don't know if he was just trying to be dramatic and like blot his forehead and cough, or if he actually was sick, but it did seem like in the video he was sick. Hold on, I gotta handle this. Okay, I feel a little bit better now. My kids have been at each other's throats all day, just so you know. So today was my first day working at home, which was different. One second. Somebody needed a yogurt, so I had to help because the package was stuck. Today was my first day working at home, so that was kind of different. Did get a call from my boss. Just you're welcome, honey. Just to check on some things. And initially we were working on a schedule where everybody would come in once a week, and you know, whatever. And now they told us we are staying home indefinitely. Which kind of has me a little bit sad, because going to work was my, you know, place to go to kind of get away from being at home. And as some of you may know, I was a stay-at-home mom for a year and a half. So for me, I do enjoy going to work. I do apologize, it is so loud in here. I keep telling somebody to tone it down, and that it's apparently not working. Hopefully now he will get the hint, because my voice is getting a little bit tired. But yeah, we're going to be working at home now indefinitely, which is something, you know, and it's, I just got done with my training period for work, so, you know, I ask a lot of questions, and now I can't just walk over to my boss's desk and ask him. I have to either call or email or whatever in order to get an answer, and sometimes it takes a little while because they're busy too, so then I have to sit here and wait. So yeah, but I mean, Carter went to his programming today. He has programming from 9 to 3, so he's gone the majority of the time I'm at work anyway. But just in the morning and in the evening and like even now, the boys are really at each other because it's been like a whole week that they've been together constantly, aside from when Carter goes to programming. So it's just kind of one of those things where it's like they just are getting sick of each other already. And I'm like, how long is this going to go on? And then, you know, thinking about the school thing, it's like, well, how many hours a day are we going to have of homework? Because Carter has OT and speech, not only just regular classes. So he has special ed classes that he takes too. So I have even more on my plate now being a special needs mom of 2. And I'm just not really sure how this is going to go or what exactly is going to happen. Like, do we have a phone conference for an IEP and discuss things? I couldn't tell you because I don't know, because I've never lived through a pandemic. So there's that. And I'm just kind of like, what the hell is really going on? I don't know. I mean, people are just going nuts. And yes, Bella? What do you got?
Oh, okay. Oh, wait.
You showed this last time. Why, is this a different one?
Yeah, it's a different one. Look, that's actually creepy. Look. Then we do that. And then... that's kind of creepy. Ah!
Okay. Are we done now?
Yes!
I mean, it's been going on like this all day long. But good part of my day was I did get to see Andy today, so that was nice to get to see him. And we are going to his house this weekend, so when I vlog for a little bit, I'll vlog about us being over there, but nothing too exciting. There's nothing to really do anywhere we go because everything is closed. I mean, I think the movie theater is still open, but they're probably going to close. So, and as for the video store, I'm pretty sure that's closed. Didn't check though, so it might still be open, but it's like, it's very limited to the things you can do. So you're pretty much left with watching Netflix or gaming or board games or something like that. So, but I see so many memes about, oh, everybody's looking for an alternative to using toilet paper, and they're making a big meme out of that. What you have to understand is, even though there's a lot of media coverage on the coronavirus, there are a lot of other things going on right now in the world that aren't being talked about, and I feel like the media is kind of like distracting us from all those things. So really keep your eyes open and pay attention, because I've heard word of locusts in Africa. You know, and I don't really get into conspiracy theories too much and all that. That's bothering me. I can't hear that noise. I can't hear. But, you know, I have a Bible, and I do read it. And some of the things it says in there just make a little bit too much sense. And it kind of gets me a little bit freaked out, because I'm like, you mean right now? Like, this is happening, like, today? A little bit scary, but, yeah, Google it. Check it out. You're going to be surprised. But there, you know, we have to realize what just happened in Australia with all the fires. And before that, like a year, not even a year ago, it was California with all their fires. It was mentioned in the Bible. So were the locusts. So was the plague, as it says. It says there would be a couple of different plagues. But mainly, I would think that a pandemic is considered a plague of some sort, you know. So this is all just crazy, and I really don't know what to think anymore. One thing I also forgot about is all of our city buses have closed, so nobody can really get around if you don't have a car. And if you do have a car, you have to pump your gas, so you have to be careful when you pump your gas, because everybody pumps their gas, including probably the people with the coronavirus. So there's that, which is not very lovely. Also, I have realized, since I have been listening to, what is it called? Hang on. The Daily podcast by Michael Barbaro, who is a writer for the New York Times, if I am not mistaken. Since I have been listening to that podcast and also watching President Trump's addresses through YouTube, because a lot of them are live streamed and I don't get the chance to watch them during the day. Since I have been watching both, I have sort of realized that this podcast, The Daily, is a lot of fake news, and a lot of things that are said in there are misconstrued. So just so you know, there is fake news out there, and they really are coming for our president. I don't want to get all political here, but, you know, some people are not for our president, some people are. But all you can really do is see it for yourself. Listen to what he has to say, and then see what happens after that. You know, because it's one thing to say something, but to see what happens after the fact is what you really want to do. You really want to know what's going to happen. Enough about the president and all that stuff, but I'm unsubscribing from that podcast because it's not good for me. But you know what podcast I do like? Dumb Gay Politics. Really enjoy that podcast. Those two girls, I think it's Julie and can't remember the other girl's name, but she calls her Meow Meow all the time, and I think that's cute. They are two lesbians. I'm not sure if they're a couple together or not. It kind of seems like they are, but they talk about politics on there, and it's very entertaining. They are very funny, and they're actually very factual. So I do enjoy that podcast, if we're talking about politics and current events and things like that. So I need to find some new ones to kind of keep myself up to date while I am working. That way I can, you know, listen to the podcast and stay in the know while I'm working. It's just, there's a lot going on back here and in our house, and I'm stressed out, and you know, I'm feeling it, man. And we're in day one of me staying home with the kids. I mean, I don't know how many other people are going through this. I'm sure it's like half the country, but I have heard from someone that lives in Georgia that their children were given, now this person has 4 children under the age of 10, and they were given 5 hours of homework. That's 20 hours. That's 20 hours of homework a day for that mom to do with her kids. That is a lot of homework. Honestly, I have to work a total, if you're counting my lunch, 9 hours. I don't have time to do that much homework with my children. So, school board, if you could please not give us that much homework, I would really appreciate it. I know this video is a little bit different, and I'm kind of more intense in this video because I do really feel strongly about certain things, and one of them is being prepared for an emergency. And I don't think that the nation was ready for a pandemic. I mean, I really just don't think we were prepared. I can say that, you know, it's one thing to watch it happen in China and Italy, but it's another thing when it happens here and it's happening in your own city. It is very scary. I don't know who these people are. Names haven't been released. They haven't even released any demographics about these people, which is what makes me so mad, because you couldn't even tell us if this was like an elderly woman or if it was like a young teenager. Were they Hispanic? Were they white? What was their demographics? Like, tell us something. Give us an age. Something. They told us nothing. Do you know why they did this? Because they don't want us to know who this is, because they think we're going to do something bad to this person, is my guess. I just feel like we need to know, you know, like I want to make sure I'm not around this person. And somebody said it's somebody that lives in De Pere. I'm not really sure. I don't know where this person lives. I don't know who this person is, or the other person that is now confirmed. I honestly have no idea, and due to HIPAA laws, the hospital is not allowed to release that information to us. So I just feel like the media should keep us a little bit more informed and kind of let us know. But lately I haven't been watching the news. I need to really do that, but I feel like if I do, every time I do, it's going to be a presidential address, and it's going to go on for like 2 hours, which I usually do when I watch them. I break them up into like a couple days so that I'm not like sitting there watching this whole thing for 2 hours, because honestly, who has time for that? I mean, yes, I am home, but have you seen my house? Do you see my table? Like, I have things to do. I am still a mom at the end of the day. Hello. My voice is getting sore. I've been talking for almost half an hour. I do apologize that this is so long, but I just am, honestly, I'm terrified. And I wouldn't lie to you if, and you know, not just say what's on my mind, because this part of my channel is just to show you what's going on in our lives. But this weekend I will be buying a laptop for the children to use, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, nobody breaks it, because you know, I'm like kind of speechless with the whole thing, because people are even buying up the laundry soap and everything, and it's like, if everybody just bought like 2 weeks extra of stuff and didn't over stockpile, then the store could restock. And if everybody would just grab what they need the next time they go, then nobody would be out of everything. And when I need to wash my kids' clothes, I can. So I get why people are so upset about, oh, everybody's buying out everything. But everybody is also in a state of panic too. So it's kind of hard to reason with people when they're all panicky. Like, you know, I did have somebody bump into me at the grocery store last weekend, and she kind of did it on purpose. That was like the look on her face, and, you know, I'm not into all that negativity anymore, but if I was, I would have went off on her. But that's just not me anymore. What is going on in here? Because there's a lot going on in this video, I understand that, but these kids are also riled up because it has been raining all day. Like, why did this have to happen on my first day to work at home? Like, I'm telling you, I don't know. Yeah, but I'll be getting a laptop for the kids for their homework. Hopefully it won't be too much guided homework. A lot of it that I'm thinking they can do on their own, just reading through and then selecting the answers they need. And hopefully Carter doesn't just start like clicking all the ones that say A or whatever, or C. You know, because kids like to do that just to get it done. Isn't that funny? I am like slowly getting a headache, and I'm sorry I'm so shiny today. I'm using a different bronzer, and it's a bronzer highlighter palette, and instead of mixing the two bronzers together, I mixed the bronzer and the highlighter together, so now my whole face is like shiny. Didn't mean to do that, wasn't on purpose. I mean, it does look pretty, but that wasn't on purpose. It's just yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what the store is going to look like when we go, if it's going to be stocked and ready to go. They say they've been closing Walmart and Festival and Woodman's every night and restocking. I think we're eventually going to get to the point where everybody is going to be so stocked up, they're eventually going to stop going to the store as much, and people are just going to like permanently stay home. I'm hoping that's what happens, at least, because people are eventually going to run out of money. And that's the other problem we have, is a lot of these people have no other income aside from living off of tips or whatever, and there is nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, if you are a waiter or waitress or a bartender or, you know, an Uber driver or whatever you do, you know, do your thing. I'm not discriminating against anybody. Everybody deserves to make a living, but that's the only income that they have and that they can rely on. So you have to, you know, There might be a payroll tax down the line, but there might be government issued checks. I've heard for $1,000, but it's going to be like on a sliding scale. So don't think that if you haven't worked in the past year, you're going to get one, because you probably will not. Yeah, I heard that there might be some government issued checks on a sliding scale. So if you are somebody that has been, you know, sent home and you're not working, the government says they have something coming for you. So I'm not really sure what that's going to be, if it is going to be the $1,000, but from what I heard, they were working on putting that together pretty fast. So something should be coming. That's what they said. And the government doesn't say something unless they really, you know, mean it, or they're a big fat liar. But I don't think they would lie to us like that about money, just because the whole world, you know, the whole nation would be in an uproar. And with primaries coming up, I don't think that's the best time for this to happen. But that's another conspiracy theory, is that this all happened after Trump was not impeached. So there's a whole conspiracy behind that too, where it could just be. Hi, Carter.
Hi,
He has me fully just. Oh, today I'm just. Yep. Love you too. Don't touch the face. You know it. Can you two please?
Okay. Stop.
I mean, this video has been a real one. I'm sorry it's getting so long. I'm sure I will have plenty to talk about next time. I do need to stop talking, though, because my throat actually is starting to hurt. Probably from yelling over these children. But this is just a glimpse into what I am dealing with right now in our current situation. These kids have cabin fever. It's been raining, and now it's dark outside. They just want to play. I just honestly want to take a nap or maybe have a beer or something because I'm going nuts. But, yeah, it's just total madness in our house. And I'm like, oh, my God. Did you see what I mean? Like, this is a prime example of what's been going on all day. I need to go. Anyway, if you guys are new, please subscribe. If you like this video, give it a like. And we will see you guys next time.
Hit the like button. Bye. And smash that like, subscribe button. Yay!